How's it going, ladies and gents? Bringing you another Pokemon Moveset video today, and I feel like it's time to release the beast upon the world, the Weakness Policy Drifblim. Yes! It is of course Unburden with Weakness Policy, Modest Nature. I guess it doesn't really matter if you have Modest or Timid, I just prefer Modest for a little bit more power. EVs will be Special Attack and Speed. Like I said, if you really want to make it like purely a baton passer, you could have all HP and speed, but I quite like having it as a sweeper in its own right, as well as being a baton passer, you know? Having the +2 Shadow Ball and T-Bolt is actually pretty good coverage, so I would definitely use that in a couple of videos towards the end of this, showing you examples of it sweeping. So the whole idea behind it is you Endure, which is, Endure's a priority move. It lets you live on 1 HP regardless of what hits you. Unless it's like a burn or a toxic or something, but you can be on any amount of HP, go for Endure, and if something goes for a T-Bolt or Ice Beam or whatever, Drifblim does have a lot of weaknesses, then you get your Weakness Policy, you get +2 attack, +2 special attack, and of course your Unburden boost for losing your item. And the great thing is that Drifblim itself is actually immune to a lot of priority moves which would normally stop a set like this. Like it's immune to Fake Out, Mach Punch, Quick Attack, Feint, all that good stuff, so I think it definitely works well as this kind of particular set. There are other Pokemon that get this exact combination, like Baton Pass, Weakness Policy, Endure. The only one that comes to mind is a Selgor that could be particularly useful, but like I said, a Selgor doesn't have as many weaknesses, or at least off the top of my head, and also it is affected by a lot more priority moves, so this, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. If you don't feel like you can kill something with your +2 special attack, you can always Baton Pass out. And if you want to, you can run this thing as a physical set with, you know, acrobatics and phantom force, that kind of thing. Even a mixed set if that takes your fancy. So here's a bit of gameplay to show you what I mean. I'm gonna Volt Switch out on the Rachi as it comes in on me, so next turn I can go for Shadow Ball, finish this thing off because it was a defensive set. Now Clawitzer comes in. I know for a fact that Clawitzer loves to carry Dark Pulse, which would definitely bring me down to, well, it would definitely kill me, put it that way, so going for the Endure means I can live that, get the 1 HP, you know, living Weakness Policy thing going on. It doesn't get anything like Reversal or Flail to my knowledge. It might, but mainly it's all about just living any particular super effective hit, then going for a little sweep at the end there. Here's an example of actually when it makes more sense to Baton Pass out as opposed to trying to sweep yourself. Because it goes for Volt Switch, I knew from earlier in the game that it had that, so didn't even bother going for Endure because Drifblim does actually have reasonable bulk on the HP side. Its defensive stats aren't great, but it has enough HP to where it can live most sort of, I guess, non-stab super effective hits, like if you really don't want to use Endure on that turn. So I'll Baton Pass out into my Scarf Heliolisk, which is just gonna, you know, destroy everything with +2 T-Bolt, so it's basically no stopping it at this point. So that was a pretty cool game. Final one is, I'm on the other side, so obviously the perspective's a bit weird, but I'm gonna T-Bolt this Porygon 2. Not gonna do a whole lot, but I can get the Weakness Policy activated next turn by the Shadow Ball. Then I can T-Bolt, finish it off, and looking at the rest of his team, it's all pretty frail. Except Blastoise and Nidoqueen, but they've been damaged sufficiently or are weak to my T-Bolt, such that I can kill them anyway, so it doesn't even matter. +2 Drifblim, pretty good, pretty powerful. It's got a nice base 90, I think, special attack stat. And it's got a pretty decent base 80 speed stat, so hope you all enjoyed the moveset video. Hope you will try this at some point, see how it works out for you. I definitely think it's a great fun set to use, but let me know. With that being said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye!